Hey everyone, this is October. I'm really glad to welcome you on my channel. During last several weeks, I've been working on preset pack for FM synthesizer. It was actually refurbishing and remaking my previously released preset pack. And meanwhile doing that, I've been making some discoveries and noticements for myself, researchings probably in the synthesis, and I decided to share them with you. Probably they will be handy in your production. They are not some complicated or complex tricks, but they are just common little tricks that you can use to to make the sound better or whatever. So without further ado, let's dive into the really underrated synthesizer on the market, FM by Tracktion. First, let's talk about an architecture of the synthesizer and of the presets in this synthesizer. Actually, FM by Tracktion provides you with 4 layers inside of one preset, which is actually 4 presets wrapped up into this one. So you can build up the whole sound into one layer and build way another sound into another layer and switch between them. I haven't found out actually how you can switch between 4 of them, but I basically, and prevailingly, there's not a word like that, but I like it. I try to stay with 2 layers and switch between them with a modwheeled slider right here. So, and I added a signature into the name MW. So you can switch between them. Let's check this out. We have first layer right now, and we just So I tried to implement this concept not inside all the presets, but as much as I could to do that. Well, let's get to the next trick. Second trick is in that, and you can obviously see it here on the matrix. It's really bright instance of this trick is that you don't have to use FM synthesis at all in this synthesizer. You can use just additive subtractive synthesis here, feeding each operator into the filter or the output directly. Here this. Like, why not? Yep. So if you are struggling with the FM synthesis, you don't have to use it all the way along. You can just, blend up operators, and that's going to be a not bad synthesizer too. Next trick is about making your preset sound massive and wider. And when we musicians talk about width and massiveness, we often imply a unison and an amount of voices inside of the unison, which are going to be a little bit detuned between each other, and that's going to create, a sort of massiveness. In case of FM synthesizer by Tracktion, you have to go to layer settings right here and check this block right here, unison, but it actually has interesting trick. When you add more voices for the unison, you can control the key of each voice, which means let's add a -1 octave right here for 2 additional voices, and then we add another 2 voices which have 1 octave up. So before, that sounds like this, and now after. Let's just leave the octave down. Okay, well. So from the point of view of a listener, sometimes it sounds like a little bit wider. A part of these settings. Yep, part of stereo. More than that, you can actually control and add the width into separate oscillator or operator in case of this synthesizer. Let's check out this. Only one individual operator, number 6. So let's just listen it. It sounds like this, okay? So to widen an operator or oscillator a little bit, you have to play around with its pitch and detune it a little bit. In case of this exact synthesizer, I really do not know. You have a special pitch LFO for this purpose, but in case of this synthesizer, you should not, I strongly recommend you do not cross 2% of depth maximum, unfortunately. Sometimes it's about 1.5 or 1.2, somewhere around that, and the speed is supposed to be from 4 to 7 kilohertz generally in all the synthesizers. Yeah, let's take 5 kilohertz and check this out. Yep, 2. Yeah, now it's obviously drifting in the pitch, so to veil it a little bit, let's take 1.5. Wow. And compare with previous version. It sits a little bit in the center, you know, as much as it can be with 2 voices and detuning, but let's just take like this. Okay. And then we can widen it up a little bit with the pitch. Yeah. It just seems to be a little bit wider in comparison with, say, another operator or oscillator, and it's kind of good trick to leave one oscillator somewhere in the center, and another is going to create a sort of vibe with its, you know, with its detuning. It's kind of good trick. And the last one, or several of them. As much as I love this synthesizer, I actually encountered several frustrating limitations right here. Is actually you are unable to have unipolar modulation. You always, all the way along, you have only bipolar modulation everywhere. So if you are going to, you know, to change the filter cutoff somewhere, and you are going to have it really controllable, you will have to play around and find the sweet spots, which is going to be between the end and the beginning of the bipolar modulation. What is actually another thing is I sometimes would like to feed the drive before the filter, because the filters are really drastic transformational, let's say, tools of the sound. So sometimes you wanna feed the drive into the filter, and only then, you know, cut off this spectrum and carve the necessary spectrum of the sound. And the last thing is, at some point during my sound designing working, I had an idea. What if I can feed one of oscillators into the filter and then use this signal, already filtered out signal, as the modulation source for another operator? And it's actually impossible in the FM synthesizer, but I actually found this solution in phase plan synthesizer, and I'm gonna show you that right now. Okay, so we have phase plan right here. Let's just take new, add some wavetable. That's gonna be sine wave. Okay, we're gonna add another wavetable to that, would be our operator or modulation source. Then we add, let's say, non-linear filter, because it's good to have always non-linear fluctuations in it. Okay, and let's just take all pass. So our modulational operator goes into this filter, and then filter modulates our the general oscillator. Let's just put it down a little bit and add just only one note. All right. And that's going to be, yeah, this octave. Okay. Okay. And moving our filter here, we are creating sometimes really unpredictable changes. Plus, we have waveform right here. That's awesome. Thank you for watching. I'm really grateful to you for that. You purchased my sounds and check my presets. This one preset pack, Frequency Horizon for FM synthesizer, is gonna have $10 price during next 2 weeks. Then that'll roll up to 15. I have unfortunately to rise up my prices, but the rest packs are gonna be $2 yet during next 2 weeks. Then they will just rise up. If you like this video, just go click the like button. If you didn't like, just dislike it. If you have something to say, just write in the comments. Maybe you just have experience of usage of this synthesizer, or you have some thoughts about that. Anyway, thank you for watching, and see you next time.